Dietary recommendations are a dime a dozen, but when it comes to protein, there is no denying that your body needs a consistent amount. With so many low-carb and paleo diets in vogue at the moment, most Americans are incorporating a decent amount of proteins into their diets. But is it enough? Here's how to tell if you need to bring a little more protein into your meal routines. Cravings. If you've noticed your eyes lingering over the butcher counter a little longer than usual, it may be a sign that you're not quite getting enough protein at mealtimes. Your body tends to crave the things you actually need to help nudge you in the right nutritional direction, and protein is no exception. So if you suddenly find yourself salivating over that burger chain commercial, it might be a sign you need to increase your protein intake.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
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 As a solution, try bringing in some more chicken or fish to your supper plans. For vegetarians, this might mean increasing your portion sizes of tofu, eggplant, and grains to ensure you're getting enough of the good stuff. Feeling sick. Protein helps keep our immune system cells healthy and working, so if you find yourself especially susceptible to various seasonal illnesses, perhaps a protein deficiency has something to do with it. Immune cells need protein to repair themselves and to multiply, and without enough, it's harder for them to fight the germs your body is exposed to. The same is true if you've noticed your healing factor taking a hit recently. Say that nick on your knee from shaving has been hanging on for longer than usual. That might be the sign that you need to reevaluate your diet and make sure you've been taking in enough protein to grow new cells, tissue, and skin. A new sweet tooth. Although our bodies do tend to crave what we need, there is one area where the opposite tends to be true. The sudden development of a sweet tooth might be a sign that your body needs more protein. Protein helps to stabilize blood sugar levels, so without a healthy supply in play, your blood sugar levels can spike and drop rapidly, leaving you craving anything that will quickly bring it back up, like flour and sugar. So if you're suddenly blowing your budget on sugary treats, you might need to redirect your shopping efforts to include more protein. Hair loss. Human hair is mostly made up of protein, so your tresses can be a good barometer for how healthy your intake really is. If your body is low on protein, it will eventually compensate by pulling protein out of the non-essential body parts like hair. And once your hair doesn't get the nutrients it needs, it will start falling out. If you've been noticing more strands in the comb and shower drain than usual, look at your meals to make sure you're ticking off all the protein boxes. Losing muscle mass. It takes a lot more than a few CrossFit classes to start to build muscle. A fit body actually starts in the kitchen, since muscles are made up of protein and will lose mass if you don't consume enough of it. When our bodies don't have the amount of protein they need to carry out all the necessary functions, they begin breaking down the protein stores we do have, which starts in the muscles. So if you've been skimping on the protein or just not eating enough lately, your body needs to break down muscle to function. Do yourself a favor and whip up a protein smoothie. Don't let all those squats go to waste. How much is enough? According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, our bodies need to receive about 0.8 grams of protein for every kilogram of body weight. That means that if your weight is at 150 pounds, which is 68 kilograms, you'll need to take in about 54 grams of protein per day, which is roughly a tenth of a pound. That might not sound like much, but if you're concentrated more on your caloric and fat intake and skimp on the protein regimen in the process, it might become a problem. We're all able to get enough protein from our diets so long as we're eating a good variety of healthy foods. If you eat meat, focus on lean proteins like chicken breast and fish.
Did someone say meat party time?
But if meat isn't your thing, stick with satisfying nuts, seeds, and beans to get your fill. Your body will thank you. Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.